What's up guys, Travis here from the Honest Vape Reviewer, and today I'm going to be doing another tutorial video. I'm going to be doing a video on how to get the clapton coil into the mini RBA section of the Kanger sub-tank mini or top tank mini. So if you didn't see my video on how to make the 0.3 clapton coil and the clapton lengths, I'm going to put a link to that video in the description of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this, guys. Alright, so for starters, I already have a coil that I made right here. It's a 0.3 clapton coil, which is a 22 gauge wrapped in a 32 gauge. This here is, it's a 22 gauge wrapped in a 32 gauge, and it's got a 2mm diameter. So I wrapped it around a 2mm drill bit because that makes the perfect 0.3 coil for the kangertech RBA. So as you can see, I already have a coil that I made. Because I make my coils a couple at a time, guys. These are actually the coils from the tutorial video I did 2 days ago. So, I got this little 2mm Phillips head screwdriver, which fits perfectly because it's a 2mm coil. So, I got this little doohickey here that I made. I just use it to build on, really. It's just a 2x4 that I cut a little piece of. And then I used to have, well, I still have a regular kangertech sub-tank plus, which I don't like. The airflow's too restricted on it. I think it's the version 1. But this thing right here, that's the beauty ring that comes with it. So I drilled a little hole in here. I screwed the beauty ring right in, which allows me to screw my RBA base right on to this here 2x4, making it really easy for me to work and do my builds. So I'm going to jump right into this, guys. You ready? For starters, you're going to need your coil. I like the 2mm screwdriver because it's with this, you can use it to push the coil around and stuff and help shape it in. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of wire cutters, and that's really it. I mean, a pair of tweezers or a pair of pliers just for when you're pulsing the coil once it's in there. But alright, you ready? For starters, guys, I'm going to loosen these screws right up here. The ones that hold your leads in. So, I'm going to go right ahead, loosen those right up. Alright, for starters, doesn't matter which side you start with, but I'm going to pick a side and I'm going to put one of my leads in. Now, getting these things in here, guys, it could be a bit tricky because you don't have a lot of room to work with the Kanger. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put one of those bad boys right in. I'm going to tighten down the screw for that lead. I'm going to tighten it really good too. Pretty much all the way. As tight as you can get it. Alright. Alright, I got too much playroom there. I'm going to have to loosen it back up and move it back. You pretty much, more or less, want it basically almost centered at this point. Very slightly favoring the opposite post. So, damn it. Alright, hold on, guys. Well, I have to take it off camera just to get it in there. But I'm going to bring it back to show you guys exactly where it's positioned. Alright, so there you go. As you can see, it's pretty much centered at this point. Now here's what I'm going to do. You take your screwdriver, whatever you're using, and you want to stick it through because you want to push the coil that way so that this lead lines up better, and you want to push it down or else it's going to spit a lot. So I pull that up, I'm going to push it that way, and now I'm going to push it down a little bit. Now this lead should, see, much closer to fitting in there. So now I'm going to go right ahead and loosen this screw up. This lead should slide right in. Yes, there it does. I'm going to tighten that screw up a bit. Whoa, guys, you fell. Hold on. Let me put this back up. Ain't that something? That was great. I got attacked by the camera. Oh, okay. Let me reposition this. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, we're still recording. Alright, so, like I said, I'm going to loosen this bad boy up. Stick my screwdriver back through. And I'll do it the other way. Now, I want to tighten this up a bit. Move it down. Twist it a bit. Do that. Alright. Now, I want to tighten this screw up pretty much entirely as well. Alright. Now I'm going to come back this way, and I'm going to push the coil the opposite way that I had before to center it. Alright, and now I'm going to put my fingers here, guys, because I'm going to push down on the coil. Because I want it to be pretty much directly in between the center post. Push down on it. Now remember before I had said more the less entirely tighten these screws? I said that and I meant it literally. You don't want to tighten them completely. You want to tighten them enough that your coil leads won't pop out, but you want to leave them loose enough so that you have room to basically do things like this so that you don't break your wrap. Now while I'm holding it down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tighten these screws up completely. 100%. Alright, that one's done. Now I'm going to do this one. Alright. Alright, those are completely tightened. So, now guys, I'm going to take a look at the coil and make sure it's where I want it, which fucking is, for sure. So, here's the deal now. Let me just put this back in. I'm just going to push it down a little bit again, now that I tightened it up, just to bend that wire a bit, get it exactly where I want it. Take the screwdriver out. Perfect. Goddamn perfect, guys. I don't know if you could see. That's about how much of a gap you want between your coil and your bottom. You definitely don't want it touching, but you want a small amount of room there.